Om Sri Sai Ram, Om Sri Sai Nadhaya Namaha, Om Sri Sai Parabrahmane Namaha. Today we are going to talk about Sri Saisatcharita, chapter 25. Sai wanted us to really focus on the spiritual path, but he also fulfilled our materialistic aspects of life. He even told his devotees who come to him for worldly things, he will fulfill those first so that he can direct them in the spiritual path later on. Here we need to be careful so that we do not waste our lives devoting ourselves to these worldly objects. Through this chapter and through Damu Anna in this chapter, Baba fulfilled that kind of message that he wanted to give to his devotees. Damodar Savalram Rasane was one of those devotees who asked Baba for help in his business dealings, family issues, and other day-to-day life issues. Baba was always there for him, and he was a Kasar and one of the earliest of Ahmednagar citizens to learn about Sai Baba. He was a very humble man and began as a poor bangle seller, but all his transactions yielded good profit and he soon grew rich. He first came to Shirdi in 1895 during the Ramnavami celebrations, and he contributed an ornamental flag. He also helped feeding the poor during that festival. So let us see now how Baba helped him, how Baba averted the greed. One time Damu Anna wanted to do a cotton business because one of his co-businessmen told him that if he invested 2 lakh rupees in that, he will get a lot of profit. And he wanted to ask Baba's permission for that. He writes a letter to Shama to ask Baba, and Baba realizes the greed that he was going through and writes a letter back, asks Shama to write the letter back, saying that what you have is enough, you don't need to run for all these riches. So he gets disappointed and he comes by himself to Shirdi because he thought maybe personally coming there might help, but the result is the same. Later on, he wanted to, and then what happens is, because he wanted to buy that cotton, later on, the people who bought these were definitely saw some good losses. So Baba saved him that way. And another time, he wanted to buy some grains also. In a similar way, Baba protects him from disastrous loss. By seeing these two incidents, he learned his lessons and his faith grew in Baba and became very strong. And Damu Anna didn't have children. Even though he was rich, he had everything in his life. So he was disappointed, and his first wife could not bear a child, and he marries a second time. Even the second wife could not bear him a child. So the astrologer, sees his horoscope and told him that he could never have a child. And then, because he heard about Sai Baba and went up to see him, and Baba kept 8 mangoes to be given to him from a basket of mangoes that were sent to Baba. The children were recipients of the rest of the mangoes, and some children wanted more, but Baba said, "There is nothing." The children pointed to the 8 mangoes. Baba said, "They are for Damya." But the children said, "Damya is not here." "I know that. He's on the way. He's coming," said Baba. Then, when Baba went out, some of these children stole away 4 mangoes, and when Damu Anna came, there were only 4 mangoes remaining. As soon as he came, Baba gave him those 4 mangoes and says, "Eat and die." So Damodar was perturbed by hearing this word, and Mahalsapati reassures him, saying that he was blessing you. Baba was enjoying the humor all the time, as the word die, which he had used, did not refer to the physical death, but in an advancement towards the spiritual sense. Baba came to the rescue and said, "Damya, do not eat these fruits yourself. Give them to your wife." Damya wanted to know which wife were the fruits to be given. Baba says, "Second wife." He also told him he will have 8 children. The first and second would be boys. And he says that name the first one Daulat Shah and the second Tana Shah. Taking up his notebook immediately, Damya wrote down the names. Then the fruits were taken and given to his second wife. Of course, the children were born one after another, and the way Baba told him, that's how even the first 2 were boys. It took 15 years for all the children to be born. It may be noted that the 8 mangoes representing 8 children that Baba set apart for Damya, but 4 were stolen away, corresponding to that loss. Of those 8 children, only 4 remained, 4 survived. 1 year after that, he had his first son. When his son was 15 months old, Damya took him to Baba, to Shirdi, and asked Baba, "How shall I name this child?" Baba replied, "Have you forgotten what I told you? You have written it on page 3 of your notebook. Did I not say that he should be named Daulat Shah?" And later on, he was also known as Nana Sahib Rasane. In addition to the above, Nana Sahib Rasane, the eldest son, was helped by Baba in his spiritual development. He later helped spreading the Sai faith by lectures. When Daulat Shah was 5 years old, when he first began writing the letters Hari on the slate, Baba held his hand, helped him to write. Baba also helped him with his marriage by suggesting a girl from a poor family. But the best contribution that Damya made was his becoming a staunch devotee of Baba. Baba told him, "I'm with you wherever you are and whenever you think of me." And these words were told by Baba to Damya, because when Damya was afraid that Baba would leave his body and would no longer be helping him personally with his presence. Baba's assurance, Damya says that in his statement in 1936, has been perfectly true. Baba is with him and frequently appears before him. When he is not personally present, Damya casts chits before Baba, and the chits always give the answers of Baba. He says in the innumerable cases that he consulted Baba on chits. Not even one occasion was Baba's direction found to be wrong. Baba's message to his devotees. Baba reassured all of us through two questions that Damya had in his mind, and Baba answered them as follows. These were really mental questions, never expressed out, but Baba knew what Damya had in his mind. The first question was, there are so many crowding Baba, do they all get benefit from him? And Baba's answer was, look at the mango tree in blossom. If all the flowers become fruit, what a splendid crop it would be. But do they? Most fall off by wind, as flowers are unripe fruits, and very few remain. The second question was, if Baba were to pass away, how hopelessly adrift I would be, and how am I to fare then? Baba answered that question also. He would be with me whenever, wherever I thought of him. As promised, Baba protected Damu Anna after Mahasamadhi also. This is true for all of us, all of the Sai devotees, one way or the other. And at the end of the chapter, Hamad Pant prays to Baba, asking his blessings not to lose sight of Baba's feet and making sure we walk the path of the self-realization. This is how he concluded this chapter. Om Sri Sai Nadharpanamastu. Om Sri Sai Ram. Om Sri Sai Nadhaya Namaha. Om Sri Sai Parabrahmane Namaha. Om Sri Sachidananda Sadguru Sainath Maharaj Ki Jai.